what do you normally consider when you want to establish like nyumba ya rabbits?
What do I consider when I want to establish nyumba? Yeah. So first and foremost, considering that sisi tunazifeed with sweet potato tubers, nimetengeneza place where I can be putting the sweet potato tubers hata zikikuja in surplus. So you see, kitu ya kwanza ni the storage place. So pali naweka zinafaa kuwa easily accessible to where the rabbits are staying. So hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza I consider. Then I consider maji. Like maji pali ninatoa, is it strategically positioned from where the house is? Nisishinde nikibeba sana. So I consider that. Alafu something else, you consider a place that you can easily clean up. You know, usiweke pahali ati you squeezed, so ukiclean up unainama hivi. No. You put a place even you as a farmer, or even if you are going to employ someone, atakuwa anaweza clean comfortably without struggling. Because when you struggle too much, you won't be there for so long. You'll be like, nimejaribu but nimeboeka. So that is one of the things I consider when cleaning. Lazima nikuwe nina clean very, very easily. So the spaces between one rabbit and the other, or the space from where the waste is and how I can clean up, nina ensure your space iko vizuri such that you can clean up very well. And what else do I consider? Those are some of the things I'll say I consider.
Okay. Now, when you feed them with the tubers, where do you normally like put them for the rabbits who access kukula?
So what I do, for me, I use a wire. So while using a wire, ninazifungilia vizuri, alafu ninazihang pahali. Na the advantage of kuzifungilia juu ni kwa sababu the food or the root tubers can be there for the whole day. Now hazitakuwa affected by their waste or any of their waste. So you see, and hiyo ziko somewhere where hata zikisimama hivi they feel even good. Because some of the time you see just rabbits zikitaka. Rabbits are very playful actually. So when you put them somewhere where they're standing kidogo to have it, that is they feel very, very nice. So mimi nazifungilianga na wire, alafu nazipatia hiyo. Alafu for the food where I put the rabbit pellets, I put them in a container made of clay. Why clay? Rabbits eat plastic. So ukitumia plastic zitakula plastic. So hiyo ni one thing, it's a no. Alafu ukitumia ceramic, rabbits zitaangusha hiyo ceramic, zinaangushanga ceramic. So I use something that's a bit heavy. So ikiwa heavy, you find that the rabbits won't be zitakuwa zikimuvisha from one place to another. Because the other disadvantage when you use ceramic or other things, something that is not heavy, umeweka chakula hapo, then a few minutes later imezitoa imemwaga. You see that doesn't add up very well. So maybe I use something like for the pots. Yeah.
And in these cages, have you like placed them according to the type of breed, ama you just unaweka tu zote once?
Okay, so for the cages, I have I put them depending on their age first, and the first and foremost na consider story is it a male, is it a female. If I have to put a couple of them in one house, I ensure they are either males or they are either females, so that kusikakue na interbreeding. So that is one of the things that I consider while putting them in the same cage. Something else that I consider while putting them in the same cage is, will they be able to move around freely? You see, because if they don't move around freely, zitakuwa na shida. Something else, you look for the competition. Usiweke wakiwa wengi in one cage, they be competing for food. Because you'll find waki compete for food, definitely there is one that will end up not receiving the right amount of food. So you might end up having 8 rabbits in one cage, but only 5 are eating. You see, because hizo maybe 3 zimezoea kupigwa, such that hata chakula ikikuja, they can't eat. They have to wait for these other 5. They eat so that they can eat. So that those are some of the things that I consider when putting them in one cage, in the same cage. Pia the size of the rabbit, zisikakuwe ni kubwa sana alafu zikuwe na small cage. Yeah.
And kuna zile rabbits zenye zinakula, they eat most than the other ones.
I'll say the ones that eat most depends on if I say a Californian white eat most, inakula sana. Saa zingine utapata kuna zile Californian white zenye zinakulanga sana, kuna zenye hazikuli sana. Kuna New Zealand zinakulanga sana, zingine hazikuli sana. So what I do, basically what I've learned ni being observant. You be observant with your rabbits. That is the best way of doing the rabbit farming, because you'll read a lot of people saying this, saying that, but utapata maybe yours doesn't do that. Unaona, like for me, like just as you've seen, unaona hizi those Californian whites and the chinchilla, they were eating sana, but there is another Dutch haikuli sana. Okay, like for the Dutch I've observed, they don't eat that much. That's what I'll say. The Dutch hazijakuwa zikikula sana from what I've experienced. And at some point you even find that the Dutch zinakujanga zinakuwa hata very big. And some of these even big ones, zinapata ni kubwa but they don't even eat a lot. Yeah.
Give just final remarks now, what advice anyone would want to venture into this kind of farming.
So my final remarks, I'll say rabbit farming is very fine. It's one of the things, it's not expensive. You can easily construct the cages by yourself with your friend. Starting capital haitaji pesa mingi. Like me, I'll say I started with the big cages zenye nilitengeneza. It costed me at around 30,000, and it can house around almost like more than 50. You see, so it's not very expensive and it's very fun. And if you look for the right market, I'm telling you, my friends, you'll find it. Alafu, try doing something that si kila mtu anafanya. Have something that you can uniquely identify yourself with. So for anyone that wants to venture into rabbit farming, usiseme utaanza, anza leo. Yeah.
So this is the proper way of holding a rabbit.
Yeah, this is the proper way of holding.
Inawamake wanakuwa relaxed and easy. What happens ukiwashika kwa masikio, because unaweza find some time unapata anamshika.
Unawavuruta, so inakuanga very wanakuwa very uncomfortable, but now you see it is very much relaxed. Hata haina mambo mingi. Unaweza ipeleka pale unataka tu ukiwa hivyo, haina mambo mingi. Iko very relaxed, but ukishika kwa masikio inakuanga very violent.
Okay. Did you know a rabbit's lifespan is 8 years and that a rabbit's teeth never stops growing? That's all we had for you today here on Rabbit 101. Stay tuned for more exciting and informative information. Same place next week. Bye-bye.